Another fine mess.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have reports of an undetermined number of Elasi pirate ships in your sector. You are ordered to proceed to the Harlequin star system immediately and investigate. Starfleet out.
What was it called? Another phone there? Okay, where do we go?
We have arrived at Harlequin.
Oh.
Few Elasi ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived. It appears likely that we interrupted the pirate attack on the scout.
Message from the Elasi captain, sir.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and our prey. Prepare to die!
Arming weapons.
Rude.
Raising shields.
Let's go free speed. Are there two ships?
Aye, sir.
Oh, no, I didn't want to do that.
Target analysis on. Target analysis on.
Aye, sir.
Alright, show me your shields, mate.
Aye, sir.
Oh, is that one up there? Twiddling your thumbs? That's my question to you, sir. Not getting at all.
Target analysis on. Target analysis on.
Getting there.
Aye, sir.
Is there anyone now? Anyone run away?
Target analysis of. Target analysis of.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
No response from the pirates, Captain.
Aye, sir.
The ion trail of the scout ship leads to the Harlequin system, Captain.
Picking up the subspace signal, sir. It's very weak.
Patch it through, Lieutenant.
Enterprise? Is that you, Kirk? Friend Kirk, I can't believe they sent you to rescue me.
That sounds like... No, please, say it isn't.
I have a visual signal now, sir.
You come to help me, Kirk. You've got to help me. I have had a terrible misunderstanding with the Alasi traders. Traders? They're out to kill me, Kirk.
Fancy that.
No, see here, Kirk. I sold my Mud's miracle digrammas in perfectly good faith. A little sideline work, you understand. Now they won't leave me alone. No. They're tracking me again. I can't send coordinates. You have to come protect me. I'm a registered ship with the Federation. Mud out.
I'm afraid his ship is registered, Captain, and regulations require we respond to his distress
Not
signal.
Harry Muds. But we need to go to Harry. I guess the...
Our orders are to render whatever assistance we can, sir. Our orders are to render whatever assistance we can, sir.
The Harlequin system is binary, with a neutron pulsar in the vicinity causing difficulties with our sensor readings. I was able to trace Mud's transmission to this derelict.
So, our friend Harry is on board, no doubt. Can you tell me anything about the derelict vessel?
There are 6 major subdivisions within the hull. All systems are down. There is, however, limited atmospheric integrity. The environment appears to be the result of a temporary save-a-ship life support generator. Not exactly a reliable model, Captain.
We're being hailed by Mr. Mudd, sir.
Captain, you came. I'm touched.
Harry, I have to be touched in the head to have anything to do with you. How's your lovely wife, Stella?
That was a dirty trick, Kirk. However, you'll be glad to know I let bygones be bygones. If the Enterprise will stand by and fend off any pirates, I'll just finish my salvage operations here and be out of your hair.
Computer records document that you filed notice that there was no salvageable value here, and that the ship was a common passenger tug.
Did I say no value? Minimal, Captain, minimal. I meant nothing looked promising when I filed the report. We both know my judgment isn't always perfect.
I would say your judgment is never perfect, Harry. Perhaps we should beam over and judge the situation for ourselves.
That isn't necessary, Kirk. I can handle...
Harry, relax. We're old friends. We'll understand if things aren't picked up and looking neat. Kirk out.
Save new game.
I need to stop the fill, don't I?
Lowering shields, Captain.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
Welcome, Captain Kirk. So glad you're here. The Elazi have been terrible trouble to me.
Well, you're terrible trouble to me, Harry. Tell me what this is all about.
I happened upon this ship not long ago and dutifully registered as salvage, mind you. In the hold here, I discovered one of these devices in that box over there. When I tried one on a wall, it floated off the grease and dirt. Perfect for cleaning, near as I could see. I peddled a few of these Mud's Miracle Degrimers, and everything was going perfectly well.
Then something went wrong, right?
Actually, no, Doctor, not then. I'd started offering a few other little items I found. Mud's Limited Coffee Substitute, a great little specialty item. Lenses to affirm packaging build-your-own telescope kits. The collection of novelty paints, things like that. All of a sudden, the Elazi pirates are asking for me in every quadrant, wanting to know where I'm getting my goods.
I see, Harry. Well, we'll look around here while the Enterprise remains close by.
Look around all you like, Captain, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. I've registered this derelict as my salvage, and I don't want you running off with all my prizes.
Harry, as official representatives of the Federation and of Starfleet, we recognize your rights to legitimate salvage. Need I say more?
I understand perfectly, Captain. You carry on, Captain.
There are shiny, multi-sided spherical objects in this box. You fail to obtain anything. Done. Odd-looking contraption small enough to hold in one hand.
It's all got to be dodgy, right?
Done.
I mean, it is Harry.
This place is cluttered with stored goods of every sort. It would take an army of workers weeks to examine every container and determine what is inside. This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods. This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods.
Yes.
A Save a Ship emergency life support generator generally used for temporary life support during evacuation of small damaged ships.
Evidently, Mr. Mudd was unwilling to pay the price for a reliable salvage model.
Tall, transparent columns run through the ceiling. Energy crackles in between the dodecahedrons inside them. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note. A salvage lock hatch, a common type used to link a derelict to the ship doing the salvaging.
It appears that Harry Mudd managed to emplace this access hatch without significantly damaging the alien ship.
Will wonders never cease?
An unusual matter-antimatter engine, reminiscent of the designs created by the Hoopoon of Seganus 4.
Hoopoon? What going on?
A large claw-like device hangs from the ceiling. These cylinders have fallen down from the rest. The room reminds you of the weapons room of some old-style warships from the early days of starfaring. The room reminds you of an elaborate piece of alien-looking machinery. A large claw-like device hanging from the ceiling. The room reminds you of the weapons room of...
A A weapons delivery system. It appears to be an accessory tied directly to the alien equivalent of our ship's phasers and photon torpedoes. Nothing to report, Captain. The control panel has power running to it, Captain.
We use it? Probably not.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Well, that's got power. So... No? Okay.
This seems to be the main monitoring station for the beds. Above it is some sort of dispensary. Small containers of oddly colored liquids. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note.
Nothing to report, Captain. This room closely resembles the Enterprise sickbay. The beds are powered, as is the central post console. Nothing to report, Captain.
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
It's a medical bay.
We won't be able to operate any of this equipment unless we can learn more about the aliens, Jim.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
You see a plain gray screen. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note. A control console from which operators run the ship. You look but see nothing of note.
Okay, let's try and use the...
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this. This is evidently the main bridge. What do you make of it?
This is clearly the control center for the ship, Captain. I cannot deduce much information, but I do observe two things.
Go on, Mr. Spock.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
This shouldn't be surprising. After all, there are two stations.
That may be, Doctor. But if you'll recall, all the Enterprise's different stations link into the same computer network bank, and...
What else can you determine at this stage, Mr. Spock?
These people have a fixation for the number 6, and even divisors and multiplicans thereof. 3s and 12s in particular. I believe this may be the necessary first clue to understanding the aliens.
3, 6, 12. Don't make me do math.
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this. This is evidently the main bridge. What do you make of it?
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
What?
You look but see nothing of note.
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment. Mr. Spock, come take...
This station
There is nothing at the moment for me to do.
Okay. I press anything. Do I want to press it? What if you use that on that?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Alright, what if you use that on that?
Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean as new.
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this. This is evident.
This station...
Use this one?
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this. This is
This station definitely is configured differently.
If we get that. Okay, thank you.
Save new game.
This is quick. Shouldn't be surprised.
You look but see nothing of note.
What do you mean nothing of note? It's a big wearing headphones. What the...
The sphere in the middle of this console appears to be some sort of control mechanism.
Okay.
You look but see nothing of note.
This platform contains the control console for the ship's computer library. Data may be accessed by using this console.
Okay, so how do we use the console?
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Use the console then.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Seen it?
Nothing happens.
Just clean it.
Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean as new. Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean as new. Save new game.
Can you do anything with it?
This seems to activate the ship's computer bank control node. Given the aliens' predilection for multiples of 3, it may be possible to use our tricorders to decipher the information carried in these data banks.
That would be quite a find, Jim. This is an alien race unknown to us, and they are certain to have knowledge new to us.
Were the universal translator available, this would be simple.
With the Enterprise out of range, that's not an option, Mr. Spock. What else can you do?
I believe if Dr. McCoy and I conjoin our 2 tricorders, we may be able to process enough sampled data to get a basic understanding of the alien's computer system. This will completely tie up both our tricorders for an extended amount of time, however.
Okay, so... that one?
Nothing to report, Captain. Both our tricorders are now working on basic processing of the alien's computer data system. The tricorders are not the equal of the universal translator, but we should be able to retrieve basic information and get an insight into their culture and life systems. I don't believe we could have gotten even this far had we not deduced their fixation on base 6 mathematics and aesthetics. The tricorders are again available for general use. The alien ship's computer data is now accessible from the ship's library. I believe I have downloaded enough information to our tricorders to enable operation of most of the ship's controls, Captain.
Okay, so does that mean we can go back to the bridge then?
This is a major archaeological find, Captain. I believe the galaxy may actually have cause to thank Harry Mudd.
You can't be serious, Spock.
It would be nice to think that after all the stunts that Harry has pulled, that he would do something right for a change.
There is no way our Court Fenton Mudd has ever helped humanity. Right, go back to the bridge and see what we can do. Should we use Spot?
This is the secondary station. With the limited understanding we now have of the library computer data, these controls can now be activated. Available are sensors, navigation, engineering, done. Engineering.
Should we do engineering, see if we can get life support back online?
The engine pods are damaged, but still generating power, Captain. Sensors. The Enterprise is in combat with a number of Elassi pirate ships half a parsec toward the neutron star sector. I read debris identifiable with the pirates, but they continue to harass the Enterprise. Sensors. Navigation. The computer reports this ship is incapable of navigating anywhere at all without major repairs. We are definitely dead in space until the Enterprise returns, Captain. Sensors. Navigation. Engineering. Done. This is the secondary station. With the limited understanding. Sensors. Navigate. Done.
Right, that's a secondary.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. This is the secondary station. With the limited sensors. Engine. Done.
No, he's back there again.
This is the secondary station. Sensors. The Enterprise is in combat. Sensors. Engineer. Done.
Use Kirk. There we go.
Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to...
Communications. View screen.
Done.
Communications. View screen.
Screen.
I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time we saw it. Communications.
The Enterprise is out of range for this equipment, under the conditions of static created by the neutron star.
Communications. View screen.
Done.
I can't make anything of these controls.
How about you?
I don't believe this is the weapons center, Captain. There appears to be one, but it's evidently located elsewhere on the ship. I can't make anything more out of these controls.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment.
Why, Captain, I see you got this machine to work. I tried to get it up and running for the longest time.
Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone. Get away from that this instant, Harry, or I'll shoot you where you stand.
Tempting.
Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone.
Why, Kirk, I didn't think you had it in you. Thank you.
Can we use this now?
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Up there. What's it doing now?
Why, Captain!
I'll fight.
Jim, that doesn't look good at all. Harry, let me take a look at you and check whether that had some deleterious effect.
No, you're all space aliens. You're little gray men from inside the hollow earth. You want to experiment on my body parts. Stay away from me!
Deleterious effects. I guess I don't even need my tricorder to know that.
You'll mind control me, kidnap my children, dissect my dog.
If we can get him on one of the beds and get it active, I think he can be cured. Otherwise, he's likely to become increasingly violent.
Stay away from me!
Shall we stun him?
I don't think the phaser will have the usual effect, Captain. We'll have to think of something else.
Yaha! I feel faster, smarter, strong enough to take you all on! You're really lizard men wearing human masks. His is coming off! I know you for what you really are. I'll tell the whole world, and then where will you be?
Can I clean him?
Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean as new.
Probably not. Let me scan him.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
You just said I need to get him on a bed to cure him.
I'm not fast enough to get him with a tranquilizer hypo, Jim.
Okay. Can't phaser him. Any other thing I've got?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
If I shoot him from behind? That's really bad. Okay.
I don't think the phaser will have the usual effect, Captain. We'll have to think of something else.
Yaha! I feel faster, smarter, strong enough to take you all on! You're really lizard men wearing human masks. His is coming off! I know you for what you really are. I'll tell the whole world, and then where will you be?
Save new game. Save new game.
Okay. No. You shoot him?
He's unnaturally strong, Captain. I can't take him down.
At least you didn't die, Mr. Redshirt. Can we do...
I'm not fast enough to get him with a tranquilizer hypo, Jim.
Need...
Spock, see if you can outflank him.
Oh, Vulcan neck pinch for that.
All yours now, Dr. McCoy.
Down?
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
There obviously is because...
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Oh, word.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Mr. McCoy.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Oh.
Nothing to report, Captain.
No,
This room closely resembles the Enterprise.
Alright. Phones, please.
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor. The volatile chemicals have evaporated over the time the derelict hung in space. I need to refill the capsule dispenser for the bed to activate and effect a cure on our friend Harry here.
Okay, how do we do that then? That made no sense.
It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines, and research viruses.
Do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems likely to have any effect on human or Vulcan physiology. To be on the safe side, though, I wouldn't recommend taking a snootful from one of the capsules. The volatile chemicals have evaporated over the time the derelict hung in space. I need to refill the capsule dispenser for the bed to activate and effect a cure on our friend Harry here.
Refill the capsule.
It would be interesting to analyze.
Do they pose any threat to us?
None.
How do we refill the capsule dispenser?
Save new game.
It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines.
Do they pose any threat?
None seems like. It would be interesting to analyze them.
Do they pose any threat?
None seem. I certainly see nothing there. I certainly see nothing there calling for it. It would be interesting to.
Do they pose?
None seem.
What was I supposed to do?
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
Right. So, what? Did you do something? No. You did do something. You just didn't announce it.
Nothing happens.
I'll put it on that.
The capsules slide into the machinery on the bed exactly as they're designed to. I'm telling the program, our physiology is not the same as the aliens' physiology. Don't want it to try to cure us of being human.
That would be too much to hope for, would it not, Doctor?
Particularly when we're talking about Harry Mudd.
Okay, and then do we use the machine on...
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
Plenty there for a doctor. Right?
You fail to obtain anything.
Right, I told it not to zap him or whatever.
You fail to obtain anything.
I'm not trying to obtain stuff. I'm trying to... Right. Can you fix him now? There we go.
Okay, Harry, you should start to feel better in a few minutes. Just lie there quietly until you feel like moving.
Oh, give me something for this headache, Doc. A herd of Amari tree elephants landed behind my eyeballs and did a mating dance.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship's... I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
What now? He fixed? Oh no. I guess he's just snoozing for a bit. Nothing on there.
Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to...
Communications. View screen. Communications. View screen. I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time. Communications. View screen.
Done.
You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note.
Said 6. Oh. 6 sectors. Right, that's. Bridge, sick bay, this place. Use any of these? Purpose.
This is much too heavy to lift.
Kirk, my friend! When have I ever given you the slightest bit of trouble?
There was the time that you tried to commandeer the Enterprise to sell wives to miners. And then there was the time you stole the Enterprise to exchange us for androids, who were holding you prisoner.
Perhaps there have been a few minor misunderstandings.
Don't push your luck, Harry.
Captain, you wouldn't have seen my multi-purpose duver anywhere? I need to, fix something.
No, Harry, but I figure it's probably where you'll find your lost marbles. Yes, I've got it, but you can't have it. No, Harry, but I figure... Yes, I've got it, but you can't have it. No, Harry, but I figure it's probably where you'll find your lost marbles.
Exactly.
You really can be a headache, Captain. Maybe I can find a spare somewhere else. Good luck. Goodbye.
Okay, that doesn't look too good.
The life support generator is malfunctioning. Repairs must be made soon, or the atmosphere will fall below the level required to sustain us, Captain.
How are we going to repair it? I've got Ringo, a round thing.
This life support generator is an unreliable model at the best of times. Tinkering with it is a gamble with your life.
What am I supposed to repair it with? That.
This life support generator is an unreliable...
I thought you left, Mud. I'm confused. So I got confused. I did look up a how-to. It's like, what? I didn't know what I was supposed to be looking. And apparently...
This appears to be some sort of engineering instrument.
I was supposed to see that thing there, right? How is that not part of the desk? I have no idea. So, excuse me for cheating? I feel justified. Thank you. I also did say that there's probably something I should do here too.
The control panel has power running to it, Captain.
Okay. Can you press
I
something?
fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.
Well, I see the logic in that action. I don't know what the logic is. There is logic.
The device has finished loading, Captain.
Okay, what does that mean, though?
I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest such a thing. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Okay, well, we know they're out of range from there. Right. So we need to fix the machine. We now have this Duma thing. Which we didn't have before because we couldn't
That was a close one.
it.
Too close. If I ever get my hands on that no-good mud, I'll...
I would not suggest we take the time to seek him. This emergency could occur again. I would suggest we hasten our departure.
No, it's back. Good.
Was there a problem?
Mud, I ought to...
Sorry, no time to chat. I'm a busy man, you know.
Can I not leave through there? No. How do I exit? Shit. Where's the spot?
This room appears to have been the alien ship's engine pod. A ship-to-ship access hatch and a temporary life support generator are evidently recent additions.
No shit. But how do we get back to the Enterprise? I thought you had mud. Do we go by communications?
Why, Captain!
We've already been through that. We've already been through this.
Jim, that doesn't look good at all.
No, you're all space aliens. You're little grey men from inside the hollow.
Deleterious effect.
You'll mind
If we can get...
Stay away from me!
Am I doomed to repeat everything? Why are we having to repeat this?
All yours now, Dr. McCoy. I fail to see the logic.
Fix them twice now.
You fail to obtain anything.
Use the bingo
Nothing happens.
on the thing.
The capsule slide into the machinery on the bed exactly as... I'm telling the program.
That would be too much to hope for, would it not, Doctor?
Particularly when...
Okay. We... My communication?
Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to...
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Arasi pirates have been driven off, Captain. We have damage and injuries among the crew. We just arrived back here a few minutes ago, and we've been trying to raise you on the communicators.
The local star seems to be acting up. Will there be a problem with the transporter? I want you to beam up the landing party, and I also want you to lock onto and beam aboard an alien mechanism we came across.
We can do it, Captain, no problem. At least right now, but the situation is only going to get worse. Are you ready to beam over now?
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready. Yes, bring us home, Mr. Scott. No, I need to have a word with Harry Mudd before we go. No, we want to look around some more. We'll call...
I'm
Yes,
ready
bring
to
us
go.
home, Mr.
I think
Scott.
I've got everything.
We have read your report on the problems at Harlequin and evaluate your performance at 59%.
Right
You
on.
and your crew received 1 commendation points.
One
A satisfactory performance, Captain, but there's still room for improvement.
I've wired in that alien contraption to the torpedo system. It should boost the ship's firepower, Captain.
Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I only wish you could wire Harry Mudd to a photon torpedo.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for Stella Mudd to meet her long-lost husband on Starbase 7, sir.
Oh,
Approved,
nice.
Lieutenant. Take us out of here, Mr. Sabu.